things on Saturday night. Let's get to it then. Let's get to the football and start with under pressure Liverpool, who face Crystal Palace in the Carabao Cup, coming off the back of 4 straight Premier League defeats. Yeah, under pressure is the right words at the moment. We're going to get Jimmy's thoughts in just a second. But first, let's go live to Anfield and speak to our reporter, Ben Ransom, who's waiting to speak to us. Ben, we haven't heard from Slot, have we, this week? But he has written a column in today's programme notes. What's he had to say then?
Yeah, rather unusually, we've not had a pre-match press conference. So after his comments after that Brentford game, the 4th consecutive defeat in the Premier League, where again they were fell victim, as we've just seen, to another long throw, another goal conceded in that fashion, more direct football. It's been actually really interesting to read the programme notes from Arne Slot. I've got the programme right here, and he talks about the hurt that the group has been feeling. And I guess we got a sense of that, didn't we, with those quotes from Federico Chiesa, that the dressing room, the Liverpool dressing room after that Brentford defeat was just complete silence. The players in some sort of shell shock, just trying to come to terms with where they are and this run going on. And essentially Arne Slot doesn't offer any excuses. He recognises the reasons, but he says, look, it's on them. It's their responsibility to turn this run around. The narrative, though, has built about what he said previously, that susceptibility to those direct passes, to the long throws. Again, right at the start of those clips, the clip there we saw Eddie Nketiah's goal from that Jefferson Lerma long throw that won it for Crystal Palace, that 2-1 win at Selhurst Park that started this run. And really interestingly, Slot, he does reference that. He said, we have to work hard to play our football. This is a team, remember, that is based on possession. He says there's been a lot of discussion about the direction that football has taken in England this season. And while this conversation is totally normal, we have to show that not only can we deal with these changes, but also that we impose our game on our opponents. So maybe another David Bowie reference there, but they have to change. They have to change something here at Liverpool. And you have to feel that, I don't know what Jimmy feels about this, that this game potentially takes on an even greater significance than it did at the time of the draw. And maybe, Jimmy, both managers will pick stronger teams, given that both teams actually, as we approach kickoff, are in a pretty poor run of form.
What do you think, Jimmy?
Well, I definitely think that Liverpool is going to pick a stronger team. I think they need a win. They need some momentum back. I think what has happened with Liverpool is the Premier League hasn't changed. The Premier League, certain teams, they always play how they play. Brentford has always played like this. You know, when you go to Brentford, you're going to get long throw-ins, free kicks into the box. That hasn't changed from last year. Last year they did well at Brentford. So what has changed for Liverpool? Personnel has changed and mentality has changed. That's it. You know, if you don't win your first ball, long ball, then it's about the second ball. Majority of the time, it is about the second ball. They don't win enough second balls. And that's about hunger and about anticipation and about knowing where that ball is going to drop. You need to control the second ball, yeah, with long balls. And you're not going to stop in English football long balls coming in. It's not going to happen. So you need to control that. So they don't control that second ball. And that's their problem, you know? And that is coming from not knowing where that second ball is going to be, not being aggressive enough, not winning your second duels, all these kind of things. And that is where they need to improve. Second balls, long balls are going to come. You're not going to stop that, especially if you're going to press from the front. So as simple as that.
Ben, thank you very much this evening. Back to you shortly throughout the evening. Look, I do want to pick up on something he also spoke about, because Chiesa's come out and said that there was this silence in the dressing room after that Brentford defeat. Is that normal?
Well, when you have lost 4 in a row in the Premier League, it's a disbelief, isn't it? It's like everybody is in shock. We are in shock at home, you know, to see them losing 4 times in a row. When the Premier League starts at the beginning of the season, and you look at okay, we are playing Brentford, without being arrogant, you would think that Liverpool, especially in the run they have been, last year, goes there and handle whatever Brentford throws to them and wins the match. Especially if you have lost one game before that, 3 games before that. You know, so for that then not to happen, yeah, you're sitting in the dressing room like, what is happening here?
Yeah.
Why are we going wrong? And it's, yeah, I understand that actually when Chiesa comes out with that.
Jimmy, I want you to cast your eye over the starting 11 for Brentford, because I was looking at it and kind of, is there an argument that actually every single position at the moment is either a little bit playing out of sorts or actually a little bit up for grabs because there's new players that they're jostling positions. It doesn't quite, we don't quite know where we are with everyone at the moment. You know, Salah's out of form. Maybe Virgil van Dijk is a little bit out of form. Konate's coming under scrutiny. Kirke's not quite right there at the moment. Is it Conor Bradley's? You know, Frimpong should have arguably been there. We've seen Szoboszlai at right back. You know, all over that pitch at the moment, there's changes.
Yeah, Slot is looking for his best 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then on top of that, Van Dijk is not having the best time. Actually, Canuto is. He's showing some fight. Kirkes has not settled in yet. And Bradley, he's Mr. Liverpool, but he's also still learning the game. And he's in a side, playing in a side that is not really performing well. So you can't expect of a young boy to just carry the side. In the middle, you have now a real number 10. Yeah? So you have to now play differently. So there's so many things that are not right. And he is trying to find the right module, the right way. But he doesn't have the time. And you have then Salah who's sulking a little bit because A, he's not playing well, and B, he's also not really the main man anymore. You know, players like Ektikiti has come in, and normally when Salah is open and free, he gets the ball from everybody. Ektikiti is going for himself and looking for his own opportunities. So there is a little bit of what is normal with new players because they want to show that they are worth the price tag and they want to show that they can play for Liverpool. But the whole concept, it's not right. It doesn't feel right at the moment. And it is for Slot to come and make it right. And at the moment, he's struggling with that.
And he's got to get past Palace tonight, hasn't he, really? Because they're fast becoming their bogey team at the moment. Look, let's turn our attentions to...
Liverpool welcome Crystal Palace to Anfield on Wednesday evening in the 4th round of the Carabao Cup, in what has become a must-win fixture for Arne Slot's side. After a damaging 3-2 loss to Brentford, Liverpool have now lost 4 straight Premier League matches and 5 of their last 6 in all competitions, triggering alarm bells around the title defenders. Team news heavily favors rotation. Alisson Becker, Jeremy Frimpong, and Giovanni Leone are confirmed out through injury, ruling them out for this cup tie. Meanwhile, Ryan Gravenberch and Alexander Isak missed the Brentford trip and are unlikely to be rushed back. Curtis Jones, who was withdrawn in that game, is also a doubt. Goalkeeper Freddie Woodman is expected to make his competitive Liverpool debut as the Reds look to refresh the lines. Defensively, Liverpool's problems remain acute. Their inability to keep clean sheets, just 2 in 14 matches across all competitions, and susceptibility to lapses in concentration have created constant pressure on the backline. Slot must find balance between personnel changes and maintaining defensive structure, especially against a Palace side savvy at exploiting transitions and set pieces. Crystal Palace will not be a pushover. They've defeated Liverpool twice already this season, in the Community Shield, on penalties, and in the Premier League at Selhurst Park. And confidence will not be lacking for the Eagles. For them, this is an opportunity to assert dominance in a knockout match and extend Liverpool's crisis. Offensively, Liverpool still carry threat through wide players and creative midfielders. Slot might lean on Federico Chiesa, Florian Wirtz, and Ryong Moha to inject energy and destabilize Palace's back three. The match opens space for a blowout result, but Palace's defensive organization could frustrate. At this moment, this cup tie carries dual significance. It's a chance to arrest Liverpool's slide and restore momentum, and also to deflect mounting pressure on the manager. Anfield will demand character, especially when mistakes are punished. If Slot's squad performs with intent and solidity, they can flip the narrative. But further missteps could deepen the sense of crisis enveloping the season.